Welcome to an introduction to accounting and to Quasar Accounts, a software program for Linux. We're going to look today in this short podcast at how we may add, alter or delete nominal accounts, and also how we can do a little bit of editing on the system. So we go to Setup and we look at the ledger, and we're going to look at accounts. And we're going to first of all add an account, which simply means we want a new account. So we will look at new. I'm just going to look at my account list. I've got a list of accounts that I'm trying to enter at the moment. So we're going to have a new account, and it is going to be the utilities account for things like water, gas, electricity. And the number I'm going to give it will be, let's see what we're going to give it, 7310. I now want to pick the type of account, so I press F9 to bring down my selection, and I can look at that. And what am I looking at? Well, I'm looking at an expense account. There we are. So I save that, and I now click OK and scroll here down to 7310. I now have the utilities account. Okay, let's say that I wanted to edit that. I would simply do a right click on it to highlight it, and then I would select edit. And let's say that I now want to separate some of these off, so I'm going to put utilities electricity on there, and I'm going to ask it to save it. You can see it's got that. Now I want to put in, say, a new account, and I will put in utilities for gas. And if the last one was 7310, then it would make sense to put this near it, so 7320. The type, remember, I press F9 and select, and I'm looking for expenses, and I save that. Here we are, that's fine. OK, get rid of it. OK, let's suppose now that I wanted to get rid of something. Let's say the suspense account. Let's say we decided we didn't want that. I right click on it and I simply go to delete. It will ask me whether I want to delete this data. Now I should say that all programs should have built in them a restriction, so that if there is anything already down in this area in the balance, it should not let you delete it. As it happens, because I need my suspense, I won't go through clicking on delete. I'm just going to cancel that. Here's something else you might look at, the type name, right? And if I go to close this, right, the type name there is fixed assets, but I want to close that, and okay, I want to close that, and I'm going to go to the setup again on the ledger, and I'm going to look at the account types here, and you see I've got fixed assets here, right? So I've just clicked on that to highlight it, and what I want to do is edit it. Now you might say, why am I editing fixed assets? Well, the answer is because International Accounting Standards use another term now, and we're going to use the same term. We're going to call these non-current assets. So I now want to save that, and that's OK. So I've now changed my fixed assets to non-current assets, and if I close this and I go back to my accounts, you will see it's altered all of those that were fixed assets to non-current assets. So that's the advantage of being able to edit like that. Okay, thank you.